Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back inside the Waterloo Memorial Rec Complex for more YouTube coverage of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Our final game of the day, the Quinte Red Devils taking on the North Bay Trappers. Two teams with totally different results so far here today. Quinte with a big win earlier this morning, a 5-1 victory over Kenora. Lots of offense in that game. Max Dorton had 3 points this morning. So did Jackson Elric. Two guys for Quinte that we'll keep an eye on here tonight. But for North Bay, a different story. 3-1 through their first 4 games, still looking for their first win of the tournament. They came into today with a ton of goals in their back pocket. They walked into this Waterloo Memorial Rec Complex this morning, scoring 12 goals through the first 2 days. That was good for second best so far in the round robin. Here tonight, they'll look to get some of their offense back. This morning, it was a tough 5-0 loss for the Toronto Marlboros. They'll take on the Quinte Red Devils here to try and get their first victory. It's the Devils taking on the North Bay Trappers next here from the Waterloo Memorial Rec. We'll send it down to ice level to get ready for puck drop and the national anthems. Take a look at the standings so far here in the tournament. Toronto in that first spot, 6 points through their first 3 games. Boy, have they been good. A couple of games in hand on the majority of this tournament. Quinte in that second spot, and a very important game here for them to close that gap. Waterloo, of course, winning their 5th game just moments ago. They're up there as well. So an important game here for Quinte. And for North Bay, they find themselves down there at the bottom of the leaderboards alongside the Kenora Thistles. So an important game here for them to try and close that gap on Huron-Perth, close that gap on Ottawa, and hopefully put themselves in a spot where tomorrow they can compete for a championship day bid. Let's send it down to ice level here for the national anthem. National anthem's done as we welcome back all of our viewers from YouTube. Thank you for your attention today. We appreciate it. It's day 3 of our U13 AAA All-Ontario Championship coverage here on the Ontario Hockey Federation YouTube channel. We appreciate it very much. Thanks for sticking with us. One final game here tonight before we close the lights and shut things down here at the Waterloo Rec for day number 3. It's the Quinte Red Devils, and in goal, we'll take a look at the starting netminders. Blake Lauren back in between the pipes for Quinte. He's been sharp so far through the tournament. And for North Bay, they'll turn back to Frederick Beaudry for the first time since day number 1. Campbell Stickland got both of the starts yesterday. Frederick Beaudry back in goal for North Bay. An important game here for both teams for various different reasons. As we get set for puck drop, Quinte looking to keep their hopes alive in the top 4. North Bay looking to close the gap. One more game today for the Trappers. 2 games tomorrow. Anything can happen. If you can win all 3, put yourself in a good spot to potentially get into that top 4. Of course, the top 4 only will play on Sunday in the championship rounds. The first 2 games will be our semifinals, followed by our final games, the gold and the bronze medal game to follow on Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. Officials with some kind of discussion here right off the top. A delayed puck drop here to start this one. Now they'll finally disperse as we'll get ready to go. The Red Devils and the Trappers. And we're underway here at the Waterloo Memorial Rec. The final game of the day. North Bay looks to avenge some demons picked up earlier today in that loss to the Toronto Marlboros. Of course, the team and the talk of the tournament so far. Toronto winners of all 4 of their games up till this point. North Bay, a different story, but their offense has been there. 12 goals through the first 3 games. Here's a shot. Hebert takes one right on, and a great first save there for Blake Lauren. Down low is Wes Carter. He's had a great tournament thus far here for the Trappers. An assist through 4 games up front alongside Reid Robichaud and Ali Hebert. Those 2 have been deadly. Wes Carter playing a very important role on that unit. Reid Robichaud woke up this morning as the leader in goals on the tournament with 5 through the first 4 games. Had a hat trick last night against Kenora. Ali Hebert also very dangerous last night with 3 points in that tie with the Kenora Thistles. Working through center now, it's Cash Nelson for the Red Devils. He'll go in behind the Trappers' goal. Nelson finds a soft spot. He'll dish it off to the near side, looking for Cohen Reed on the near side. Puck up to the point for Thompson. He'll dump it down low. Now it's picked up by Kai Reed. He plays it ahead. Rather, that's Kai Hill. Partner there, Marson, able to chip it in, and Quinte will regain possession here at center. Here comes William Beebe. Over the line, fires a shot. First step test for Frederick Beaudry. He's able to turn it aside. Here's Cole Ogletree. He'll flip one down the far side wall. Looking to beat out the icing is Marson. He'll center it out front. And unable to settle it down was Matt Blanchard. May have had a look there at the net. There's a backdoor feed. Jensen Campbell leaning into a shot. He wasn't able to get the shot away. There's Wolf White up the wall for Aubrey Alkins. Quinte all over that breakout attempt as North Bay currently held at the line. They turn it over. Jensen Campbell into the high slot, fires a shot, and Frederick Beaudry able to make a stop. Great start for Quinte. Here you take a look, 2 shots to nothing, and just good work at the blue line to seal that play. They hold it in. Jensen Campbell with a nice shot. Great save from Beaudry. Face-off won by the Red Devils. Max Norton dig for it. Jensen Campbell in to help. He'll dish it off. Here's a shot. Norton, he scores! Max Norton let it go. His 4th of the championship week, and Quinte is on the board here. It's 1-0 Red Devils. As we take a look at the replay here, Jensen Campbell just spinning back. He finds Max Norton in that high slot. Right up and over the blocker of Frederick Beaudry, and Quinte with a 1-goal lead. Nice work there from the Red Devils. A great start in on the forecheck, taking advantage of the North Bay turnover. And that shot over the blocker is perfect. For Max Norton. And his 4th goal of the championship week. Had 3 points this morning, 2 goals, his 3rd goal of the day for Max Norton. Here's Hudson Houlihan, dropping it back for Parker Bray. North Bay still looking to get organized here as Bray's pass to the point is cut. Smith looking to hold it in. Now Cade Whalen off the wall. Whalen right out front, he comes to the backhand, and that one right off the side door. Beaudry didn't even have to touch it. Whalen with a dangerous chance, another player for this Red Devils team that has been great all tournament. 3 goals so far through the first 4 games. Now Hudson Houlihan with it again. Out to the far side and over the line he comes. Thompson able to scoop the puck off of him. He'll start up ice for the Red Devils. Out to the far side, Thompson. Watch there by Bray. His line mate's off for a change, so we'll hold on the near wall. Tried to feed that to the back door. Cutting it was Marson. Able to pick it up, though, is Reed, and he'll work it down low into the corner. William Beebe chasing down the loose puck. Houlihan with the clearing attempt, held in by Courtney. He'll pass it down the wall. Once again, Houlihan with another clearing attempt. Thompson will hold it in this time. Thompson throws one towards the goal. It bounced through the blue ice. Get across to the far side, Reed. It's taken down. Bray will corral the loose puck. He'll feed it up the wall. North Bay still yet to break out of their own zone. It feels like here in this period is now Emmett Clugston through center. Nice work from Reed. He'll try to tap that puck back. Comes back as far as Thompson, but right back to center come the Red Devils. A great start here for the black, red, and white in the Red Devils. North Bay in their blue, red, and white. There's a turnover at the line. Here comes Wolf White. White turning back. He'll walk it to the point, leaves it for McDonald. Here's a shot, tipped there by Beebe. First on it on the far side is Blanchard. Gives it off for White. Couple of nice moves, dragging one through the high slot area. Had it taken away from him there by Thompson, and that puck played down the ice. It's gonna go for an icing. Great start for the Quinte Red Devils. They get the first goal, the first couple scoring chances. And they're doing a great job of cycling the puck in the offensive zone. It's so important at this level, puck possession, to hold on and create chances. And so far, they've been better at doing exactly that. Face off one by the Trappers. Up to the point it comes. Here's McDonald. Down the wall for Blanchard. Leans into his shot. Rebound. It bounces in behind the goaltender. They score! It's Wolf White diving towards that puck. It just looped over the shoulder of Blake Lauren. He'll bang it home on the doorstep. His first of the tournament. And North Bay ties us at 1. Just a shot from McDonald at the point. Or from that far side, rather, and it just bounces over the glove of Lauren. He got a piece of it, but not all of it. Wolf White able to follow it up. We got a 2-1 or a 1-1 game. North Bay tying it up. Back here is Cole Ogletree. He'll whip one up the wall. Carter, a little tap pass ahead. Here comes Ali Hebert. Foot race with Smith. She'll get there first. Turning away from Whalen. Now down low. Carter could settle it. Scooped up there by Malkin Courtney. His headman passes out to center. Now Jackson Elric. Out front he comes. Slide that one through the stick of Parker Bray, but he couldn't get the shot away out front. Now Parker Bray with it. Turned it over to Jackson Elric. Sauce pass down low. Whalen looking for Zubza Hill out front. Puck will bounce free, and now Cole Ogletree out to the line. His pass picked off by Smith and fired right back in. Great response from North Bay. They tie it up here. Now Zubza Hill slides it to the back door. Reed score! Quinte Red Devils respond just that fast. That tie was short-lived. And it's Cohen Reed, his first points here at the U13 All-Ontario Championships. And the Red Devils will break the tie. Just once again a turnover, and taking advantage of a turnover. Zubza Hill slides one across, and Reed fires one up top. And once again we have a Red Devils lead. Fast start to the offense here in our final game of day 3. Back come the Red Devils again. It's Reed over the line. He's going to get caught offside, so that puck will come back outside the North Bay zone. Face-off won by the Trappers. Marson working up the far wall. Nelson stopped him there, and the Trappers chipped that puck in a Quinte bench. Perfect opportunity for the Red Devils to get some fresh legs over the boards, and we'll have another face-off right at center here. Kai Hill able to win the draw. McDonald will fire it in. Back to collect Thompson. Up the wall for Gilchrist. One more pass looking for Max Norton. The first goal for the Red Devils as he works in. Watch there by McDonald. Then comes Jensen Campbell. He'll corral that one to the point. Skating onto it. There was Doyle. His shot towards the goal knocked down by McDonald. Now Gilchrist on the far side. Cycles it down low. Nobody there but a Trapper defender. And now North Bay looking to clear up the wall. They will. And that one played all the way down the ice. Icing's going to be waved off here. North Bay with a full change. Pass up the wall for Gilchrist. He'll drop one back. Now Norton. Across for Thompson. Fires a shot. Tipped out front by Gilchrist. And that one just wide. Another chance here for the Quinte Red Devils. Puck flip to center. Thompson. He'll fire it right back in. In on the forecheck is Gilchrist as the Trappers play it to the line. Cooney holds it in. A shot was tipped. Gilchrist tipped that one right on. And Beaudry with a nice stop. Here's Wolf White. Able to tie this one up just moments ago for the Trappers, but Quinte responded just as fast to regain the lead. With Wolf White the only marker so far in this one, as Whalen at the line will tip one ahead. Here come the Red Devils. Would have been a 2-on-1, but Whalen couldn't settle that puck down. He'll just fire it in. Back to collect is Houlihan. Up the wall for Carter. One more pass. It's under the stick of Elric. And into Red Devils territory. Back to collect is Cooney. Cross ice feed. Elric tips it ahead. He still got it. 2-on-1. Fires for a rebound. Zoops a hill on the back door. Couldn't bang it home. Smart play there from Jackson Elric. Had 2 points this morning in that game. A smart play there. Unfortunately, an unlucky bounce. And that one stays out. Here he is on it again. He'll dump it to the point. Cooney a one-timer. It's knocked aside by Beaudry. Up the wall, Elric again. Cooney at the line. He'll tap it to the far corner. McDonald waiting there. Off the glass and out he goes. And that puck all the way down in on Blake Lauren. And he'll hold on for a whistle inside the 5-minute mark of the first period. Let's thank our great partners here of this fantastic event. And most notably, a special recognition goes out to Milk, a proud partner of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Dairy Farmers of Ontario are proud to support young athletes and encourage healthy and active lifestyles. A massive thank you to Milk for your continued support of this great event. Kai Hill on the half wall, a centering pass. Clugston, he just sent it wide. Puck thrown back out front. Clugston couldn't shoot. He'll wheel it into the far corner. Now Marson. Up the wall, holding the line there for the Trappers was Aubrey Alkins. It's down low hill, out front, Clugston takes a shot. How about that block? Somehow Sebastian Smith able to knock that one down with his stick. And Blake Lauren didn't even have to touch it. North Bay working for the loose puck at their own line. Emmett Clugston starts up plays. He'll get hauled down, and that's going to be a penalty. Cash Nelson on the hook, and North Bay will go to their first power play of the night. North Bay coming into today had a power play that was best in the round robin, 33.3% on the week. A very powerful unit with some very dynamic players. Their top unit over the boards. See if they can tie this one at 2. On the man advantage. Here's Ali Hebert to the point for McDonald. A shot. That one through traffic and blockered aside by Lauren. Now puck loose on the far wall. Robichaud turning away from Max Norton. He'll flip one down low for Hill. Button hook from Hill. Up top for Robichaud. Near side, Hebert working in, firing a shot, and she just missed top left. That puck will bounce out to center. 35 seconds gone in the North Bay power play as Robichaud turning away from Norton. Go in behind his cage. Now pass up the wall, Hebert. Over the blue line. Cutting out front. Out front a pass. What a block. McDonald threw it towards the goal. It hit somebody out front. That's Max Norton down to a knee. An incredible block from Max Norton. We'll keep that puck out. Well, Max Norton, a little bit of everything so far tonight. A goal and now a game-saving block. You might as well call that one a save. So we take a look at the North Bay bench. Scott Hugh, the coach for the Trappers. Coached this North Bay team to a championship in their league and drove them here to this All-Ontario Championships as Robichaud with a shot from the point. Lauren able to hold on. Minute 2 seconds to go in the power play here as Kai Hill will glide in for the Trappers. It's the second penalty killing unit that is out for Quinte. It's a D-to-D pass. Whalen able to cut that pass and North Bay forced back out to center. Here's Hebert. All over her is Gilchrist. She was able to hang on. Nice work with his stick. Tried to come back up the near wall. No lane on the near side. She'll tap it back. Robichaud. Back up the same side. Feeds it off. Parker Bray into the zone. Centering pass. Robichaud a shot. And Lauren got a piece with a blocker. Rebound will skip to the far side where it's turned over. Cade Whalen takes one away. He'll turn on the Jets. Here comes Cade Whalen. He gets taken down on the way. And he draws a penalty. Holding will be assessed to Ali Hebert. We'll play 4-on-4 for 14 seconds, and then Quinte's going to go to the power play. It's a great job at the line there from Cade Whalen. Able to chip that puck ahead. I don't think Wolf White even saw him coming. Great heads-up play from Cade Whalen. Keeps his feet moving. That's exactly the kind of play your coach is going to love. Draws the penalty. We'll go to 4-on-4. Trappers able to win the draw. Houlihan will fire it down the ice for even strength, so that's going to be an icing. And puck will come back into Trappers territory. 5 seconds to go here in the 4-on-4 action. So we'll get a look at the Quinte power play. 20% coming into today. Converted a couple of times this morning in that win over Kenora. See what they have in store here tonight. Max Norton slipped at the line. North Bay will take advantage and fire that puck down the ice as Beaudry. Lauren will leave it behind the cage. Now Jensen Campbell through center. He has a lane. He'll take it. He scores! Jensen Campbell, toast to toast. What a beauty. He backhands that one top right, and the Red Devils extend their lead on the power play. It's 3-1. Let's take a look at this. Jensen Campbell. No help needed. He comes over the line, spots the angle to exploit, and he comes right in. That little fake draws it for Beaudry. And he goes up and over the blocker to make this one a 3-1 game. A big goal here for Quinte at the end of the first period. Exactly what you're looking to do as a coach. Put the pressure on at the end of the period and try to shift the momentum. Jensen Campbell cashes in on the man advantage. McDonald taps one down low. Emmett Clugston couldn't settle it. It's still bouncing in the crease. And it's cleared to the near point. McDonald down the wall for Kai Hill. He'll spin down low. Watch there by Cooney. Puck will bounce free. Now Clugston to the line. McDonald, the D-to-D feed. Bray towards the goal. Bounces through the blue ice. Cade Whalen, clearing attempt. That one held in by McDonald again. Little push back here from the Trappers. Puck bouncing out front. Backdoor! Where's the puck? Loose! Where's the puck again? It took a weird bounce. Quinte getting some goaltending from Thompson. Great work from Riker Thompson. Somehow he seals it. Twice that puck heading towards an empty cage, and it stays out. Let's take a look at the replay. Just a little shovel pass from Clugston. He throws it down there, and Marson with one. Another try from Hill. Somehow that puck does not cross the line. And at the end of all of it, Cooney assessed a minor penalty, so North Bay will go to the power play here with 49.7 to go. Trappers able to win the draw. Here's Ogletree with a shot. It's blocked at the point. Courtney in after the loose puck. Watch there by Aubrey Alkins. Steely pass for Thompson was immediately cleared by the Red Devils, and now the Trappers back in their own zone. Ogletree plays one ahead for Clugston. Over the line he comes. Here's Emmett Clugston towards the goal. A backdoor pass. Rebound! Aubrey Alkins had a gift out front and he just tapped it wide. North Bay with a couple of chances here at the end of the period. 5 seconds to go here in the first. Puck loose on the wall. Maybe one final chance. Here's Alkins. He didn't fire. And that'll do it. First period in the books. Quinte up 2. 3-1 the score after 15 minutes. For the Trappers right there at the end of the period, a couple of looks at Blake Lauren and an empty cage. There was chaos out front. But Quinte earlier in the period, they went to work. I mean, you look at this play here. Jensen Campbell dishes off. Norton fires it. North Bay able to score some of their own. That pass, or that shot towards the goal, just bounces over the glove of Blake Lauren. A response from the Red Devils. Just moments later, though, the backdoor feed, and Reed buries it. And then Jensen Campbell to make it a 3-1 game, coast to coast like butter on toast on the power play. Over the line he comes. All kinds of space to exploit. He will. Forehand, backhand. That's all she wrote for the first period. 3-1 after 15 minutes of play. We got a half hour left here in this one. North Bay still down by 2. But not exactly a comfortable 2-goal lead. That was very close at the end. North Bay still on the power play here in this second frame. Face off, one back. Robichaud up the wall for Hebert. She'll play it to the near side as Emmett Clugston crosses the Quinte line. Tried to drop one back. It'll come right back to him. Now a backdoor feed. Hebert shot. Rebound bouncing through the crease, and Alkins couldn't get there in time. He'll whip one around the wall for Bray. Now to the point for the captain, Ali Hebert. She'll go down low. Kai Hill tried to center. Jackson Elric able to cut the pass, and off comes Elric up the far side. Here he comes. Elric, a backdoor pass. Score! Noah Gilchrist on the back door. And a beauty. His second goal of the championship week. And Quinte adds again. It's 4-1. All Jackson Elric on that play. He takes the puck coast to coast and slides one across. No chance for Frederick Beaudry. And Gilchrist buries one in the back door. Quinte's up by 3. Great way to respond following the end of that first period. North Bay had a couple of good looks. Looks like they were grabbing some momentum back. The Red Devils able to push back on that front as they get a shorthanded goal here, and a big one. Just a minute into this second period as we'll take a look at some of our sponsors. A huge thank you goes out to the Hockey Hall of Fame. As a proud partner, the Hockey Hall of Fame provides players of the game for all championship games. The Hall, home of the Stanley Cup and hockey at its best. Thank you to the HHOF for their continued support of this week here in Waterloo. Puck played all the way down the ice by the Red Devils. Alkins back to scoop it up. His pass is picked off. Campbell the centering feed. Norton couldn't get it there. Here's another chance. Campbell out front, a backhand try. Beaudry able to get that one with a shoulder. Now out of the corners, Hudson Houlihan. Gonna kickstart the Trappers breakout. Near side is Wolf White. Over the line he comes. Nice work from Campbell. Puck will bounce out to the center ice area where Blanchard will fire it back in. Now Max Norton. An early goal, feeds it ahead. Jensen Campbell down the near side. Here he comes. He scores! Jensen Campbell, have yourself a night, kid. His second of the game. And Quinte adds again. It's 5-1. Just a great heads-up play here from Max Norton. Sees Jensen Campbell ahead of the play, dishes it all the way down, and then how about that shot? Top left. Jensen Campbell continues to light it up here in Waterloo. Another goal for the young man. Now 3 on the championship week as we got a timeout coming here. North Bay looking to get organized, of course. Not the start to the second period you're looking for, but all kinds of chances in that first. They had some momentum there. They can get back to that game. A North Bay team that we know can score goals. We saw it in that game yesterday. We saw it in the first day of action here at the U13 All-Ontario Championships. They know how to score. We've seen it. As the Trappers will disperse following the timeout. Quinte up by 4. If you're just joining us on the YouTube side of things, we appreciate your attention and your viewership all week here in Waterloo. Of course, 5 more games tomorrow. 4 on Sunday, the championship rounds, as in comes Reed. What a stop, Beaudry. Got across with the right toe. Quinte continues to bring the fire offensively. Here comes another chance. It's Beebe in, fires, he just hit the bar. The Red Devils not taking their foot off the gas. Beebe again. On the far side, he'll cut into the high slot. Here he comes right in, a backhand try, and a nice stop from Beaudry. North Bay totally under siege here as now Emmett Clugston up the wall. And will bounce out to center. And then back to collect his Reed. North Bay really in need of some offensive zone time. These guys are absolutely exhausted as Quinte comes right back again. Here's Beebe. Plays it around the wall. Nelson chasing it after it. Tied up in the corner with Bray. In to scoop it up is Reed. He'll walk right out front. Goes around the goal. A centering pass. William Beebe on the doorstep. Would have had an empty cage. Puck bouncing in loose at center. Cash Nelson takes it away from Marson, and he'll get to the North Bay line and just chip that one in at the end of a shift. Here's Bray. Headman feed. Carter taps it back for Bray. Over the line he comes. He'll chip that one in. Lauren able to play it. Scooped up in the corner by Thompson. He'll feed it across for Zubza Hill. That pass off his skate. Zubza Hill will scoop up his rebound and come right in on the goaltender. He just sent that one wide. Nice rush from Zubza Hill. Now Cade Whalen fighting for the loose puck. In comes Jackson Elric as well as North Bay out it in the corner. That was Parker Bray. He'll fire it right down the ice. Icing's going to be waved off here. Smith's pass to the far side. Zubza Hill taps it back down low again. Here's Thompson. Chasing after that loose puck. Has a outlet on the near side. Jackson Elric will force it out to center. Now McDonald. Headman feed. Ogletree over the line. Would have been a 2-on-1. Unfortunately, they're a little offside, so that puck back outside the blue. Face off one. Quinte through center. Norton fires it in. Hudson Houlihan back to collect for the Trappers. North Bay able to get possession, and now Ogletree on the near side. Tied up with Chance Courtney at the center line. McDonald looking for the loose puck as well. In comes Jensen Campbell. He'll settle it down. Try to feed that one across for Cooney. Ogletree got a stick on it. So now Quinte with possession in their own zone. Puck up the wall. Tipped ahead. Quinte with numbers. Here comes Cooney over the line. It's a 3-on-2. Tries to drop one back. Gilchrist throws one towards the front of the goal. Getting a stick on it there was Nash McDonald, and North Bay back out to center. Clugston chips it ahead. Thompson tried to clear on the near side. It was held in there by Clugston. Back out to center. Here's Norton. What a move. In he comes. And that one just hit the stick of Beaudry. Dangerous chance for the Devils, but back come the Trappers. It's a 3-on-1. Kai Hill a shot, and that one stopped by Blake Lauren. Nice quick punch ability there from the Trappers, and we've seen it before. But Quinte can do it too. Here comes Beebe. In, shot, score! William Beebe in alone on the breakaway, and it's 6-1 to Red Devils. Well, Quinte, the well-oiled machine, just keeps on rolling, and it's just a bouncing puck out to the North Bay line, and a nice move from Beebe. Just curls and drags, holds onto that puck, and all the way down the ice he goes. Able to beat Beaudry on that blocker side. Now a 5-goal margin here for the Red Devils, and this is important for them. Of course, still in contention for the top 2 or 3 seeds here in the round robin. It's going to come down to a goal differential. So for the Red Devils, it's all about piling it on here. As back they come again. Nelson out front takes his shot. Beaudry, a brilliant stop. Gets that one with a blocker. There's another shot from Thompson. That one went wide. On the near wall, it's cleared to center by Marson. Doyle waiting there. He'll chip it back in though. Nash McDonald. Watched by Nelson. In comes Reed. That's going to be a penalty. McDonald knocks the stick out of Reed's hands, and here, and Quinte will go right back to the power play. As we'll take a look here at the North Bay Moms. An incredible idea to put together those Trapper hats as the North Bay families and fans are out in numbers. Definitely an impressive art project, I have to say. I don't think I could make a hat like that if I tried to. All kinds of teams with different things here this week. Quinte, of course, their moms have special bomber jackets. We've seen them walking around the arenas with them. So both of these teams very in spirit, I guess would be the right way to put it, here this week at the All-Ontario Championships. Quick shout out here to another one of our sponsors here this week. HTG. The Ontario Hockey Federation is pleased to partner with HTG Sport Services as its exclusive accommodation service provider. HTG is committed to providing support services for athletes, teams, and communities across Ontario. Thank you to HTG for their continued support. Quinte back to the power play here. Already up 5. Courtney at the point. To the far side, he'll get it back. Now Whalen on the near wall. Takes a shot. Beaudry able to get a piece. A big pileup in the crease. Zubza Hill gets taken out. He took out the goaltender of Frederick Beaudry with him as well. As we take a look at those jackets I was talking about, there they are. The Quinte Red Devils moms. Fantastic work with the jackets. Jackets, hats, you name it. That's passion, if I've ever seen one. Or if I've ever seen it. From families supporting their kids here. A long way away from home for both of these teams. I think there's part of that makes it even more special. When you travel a long way with a group of people, with your family, to play in a hockey tournament, it's an experience that you'll never forget. And it's great to see that both of these teams are soaking it in here in Waterloo. Another face-off coming here with 52 seconds to go in the Quinte power play as North Bay will clear that puck immediately. Back to collect is Thompson. He'll work up the far side. It's taken out on the play, no call here. Scooping it up for the Trappers was Kai Hill at his own blue line, and he'll fire that one down the ice. Jensen Campbell out from behind his goal. 2 goals already. He'll work into the zone. Backdoor feed. Norton a shot. Nice save from Beaudry. Rebound was scooped up by Campbell. He'll bring it to the point. Gets it back from his D-man. Into the high slot. Down low for Norton. Now Thompson. Backdoor feed Campbell. And that puck just bounced over his stick. Jensen Campbell looking for the hat trick. And his 4th goal of the day. There's another shot from the point. That one tipped out front by Norton. And it'll bounce wide and into the near corner. Here's Gilchrist. Centering feed. Norton hit the post. The Red Devils all over the place here in the second period. And finally, North Bay able to clear. Aubrey Alkins with a nice shot block. But Quinte comes right back. Here's Thompson. Centering feed. Gilchrist. He just missed the net. North Bay clears out to center. Wes Carter through center. Got that puck just caught up on his foot. An unfortunate bounce for the young man. It will be an offside. North Bay looking for some of that magic that they had last night. Of course, a 5-5 tie with Kenora. This afternoon, they did not have any luck so far through the 2 games here today. Just 1 goal. Last night, they put up 5 on Kenora. That would work here. A 5 spot to tie this hockey game. Still lots of hockey left. 20 minutes to go in this one. As Blanchard had the puck tipped away from him. Will come out to the center line where Bray taps it across and Ogletree will fire it in. Doyle back to collect. Up the wall for Beebe. Ogletree, a nice play at the line. Here he is, working in. Little drag play past Nelson. Able to cut it was Doyle, and Quinte will work through center again. Nelson in alone. Forehand try, and he hit the bar. Another chance for Cash Nelson. Had a point earlier in the round robin. Still looking for his first goal here in the round robin. North Bay will clear that puck once again. Doyle back in his own zone. Taps it back for Malkin Courtney. Puck played up the wall. Ali Hebert waiting to cut that pass, and will bounce out to center for Parker Bray. 2 points on the round robin for Parker Bray. An impressive performance for sure from Bray, as he's shown his skating, shown his goal-scoring ability here in this tournament. Now Quinte with possession again. Reed had to tap it back to Courtney. It's going to be a tie-up on the near wall, and it bounces free for Beebe. His pass is picked off. McDonald will get to the line and fire it in. Lauren leaves it for his D-man. Clearing attempt on the near side. Marson holds it there. Feed for Hebert. Gets it back. Now to the point, Bray. Will rim that one in. Marson waiting down low. Nice pass out front. Hebert stoned by Blake Lauren. What a stop. Here's a friendly bounce. Marson out front. Hebert again. Another nice stop from Blake Lauren. Couple of chances here for the Trappers. And this is the group that has to do it. Reed Robichaud, Ali Hebert. This top line has contributed the majority of the offense for this North Bay team. A couple of looks. Blake Lauren, though, with 2 massive saves, and that puck is going to be iced here with just under 3 minutes to go in the second period. This puck stoppage is brought to you by Barron Rings, the official championship ring provider of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Barron Rings proudly celebrates the achievements of athletes by creating lasting symbols of success and excellence. Face-off won by the Trappers. A shot from the point is blocked. Well, pinned up in the corner, that's Carter. Puck still loose on the wall. Able to poke it free was Alric. He'll work it to center where Kai Hill will turn it back. Hill. Drop pass for Carter. Able to cut that was Thompson. Nice work to read that play, and he'll work up the wall. Thompson, centering feed. Whalen, doorstep. What a stop. Rebound, score! Cade Whalen on the doorstep. Follows it up. Beaudry with a fantastic stop, but it's not enough to stop Cade Whalen on the doorstep from potting his 4th here of the All-Ontario Championships. And the Red Devils at again, it's 7-1. Lots of credit to Thompson here on this play. Able to read it in the defensive zone. We didn't quite catch it there on the replay, but he cuts that pass and starts the rush up ice. And again, great stop there from Beaudry. Great attempt. Whalen, right spot, right time, and he buries it. 7-1 the score here. 2:15 left to play in the second period. Quinte doing a job here on the North Bay Trappers and sending a bit of a message to the rest of the round robin that the Red Devils are a dangerous team. As here's Gilchrist. Looking for Jensen Campbell, already 3 points tonight. Now at the line, Max Norton. Fires that one down low. Here comes a chance from the Trappers. That one thrown right on, and it's held on by Blake Lauren. Offensive zone face-off here. North Bay digging for the loose puck. That's Reed Robichaud looking for it. Thompson able to pull it out of the pile. He'll play it ahead. It's a 3-on-2 for the Red Devils. Here's Nelson, a shot, and he just missed. Holding it in is Doyle. Plays it down low for Reed. Which in the final 70 seconds here of the second period is now Cash Nelson will jump on the loose puck. He'll tip it down low for Reed. Pinning him up was Bray. A nice little back pass as Nelson tries to work towards the goal. Nice little poke trick there from McDonald. Puck back up to the blue line. Fired across by BB. There to scoop it up is Bray. He'll clear it out to center. Icing's going to be waved off here. McDonald on the near wall. Plays it ahead. Doyle able to cut it there. McDonald again. 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Headman feed. Thompson again. Nice defensive play there. Able to cut that pass. Reed Robichaud would have been in on a break. One heck of a 30 minutes to display from the Quinte Red Devils. Here comes Whalen again. Tried to cut out front. He'll drop it there for Zubza Hill. Zubza Hill in the eye slot. Can't pull the trigger. Robichaud with a nice defensive play, and that'll do it. 30 minutes gone. 7-1 the score. Quinte having their way here over the North Bay Trappers. An impressive display of offense through the first 30 minutes. Take a look at some of the numbers here. Cade Whalen with a goal. He had goals in all 3 games from the first 2 days. Nice to see him get back on the score sheet. He was quiet this morning in that 5-1 win over Kenora. And Jensen Campbell, how about a day he has had here in day number 3. He had 2 goals here in this one, an assist earlier in that game earlier today. And then Max Norton also having himself a day here in day 3. 3 points this morning, add another goal here today. He's got 4 points in 2 games here in day 3 as the Red Devils open up a massive margin, 7-1 after 2 periods of play. We're back for the third right after this.
Got something to call mine. Oh, I need someone to talk to. Right now. Oh, we are on the way. Starting today.
The TELUS Cup is coming to Peterborough. Canada's men's U13 National Club Championship is taking over the Peterborough Memorial Centre. From the opening face-off to the final goal of the championship game, the TELUS Cup delivers unforgettable moments at the highest level of U18 hockey in Canada. Be there for every moment. Get your tickets now at hockeycanada.ca/TELUS Cup.
Gold medal winner!
There's change, and change is always good.
I'd like to continue making sure freedom of movement is smooth. It's easier for kids to play, making sure as many kids who want to play can play, making sure that the OHF is well managed financially, well governed. Those things they're not sexy, but they're important.
Being part of the future of hockey, I'd like to make sure that hockey continues being hockey. My goal also is to be that devil's advocate, helping understand and question what we are doing to make sure that it is the right thing to do in the future.
Progress that I would like to see is to really continue to push the game and to push the quality of our events and the player experience and bring in some new and exciting and innovative initiatives like online streaming for our OHF championships.
For me, it's all about the players. They will always need support. We need to nurture their well-being physically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. How can we do that in a good way? What does that look like? Growth and development, what change looks like in a good way, the culture and respect and integrity for the benefit of the players, and accessibility at all levels. So recruitment and retention for players. How do we get volunteers on board? How do we keep them involved? And how can we make that process streamlined and easier for that to happen?
What I would like to see is spend more time on recreational hockey and provide the recreational player who make up most of our membership feel more important and more worthy of the attention that some of the representative teams and people get, and translate that into the recreational stream.
It's an avenue by which players get to participate in a recreational activity that's structured, that's safe, and that, as I said previously, produces some pretty good citizens.
What progress I'd be looking for are just continued work towards inclusion, diversity, making the game more affordable, making the game easily accessible in terms of registration, and also continue the path of continued growth within hockey.
The vision of hockey in Ontario is a very complicated issue. There are a lot of people that have a lot of different views about what it should be. We work together better now than we ever have. We're on the same page more now than we ever have. So my job is to listen to people.
I'm most excited about the leadership role that OHF is taking on, and you can really see it in the customer service that's being delivered. Always thinking about the players and always thinking about the experience of enriching communities through hockey.
Success as chair to me would be having people say the members of the Ontario Hockey Federation get along better than they've ever gotten along. We collaborate more than we've ever collaborated. We trust each other more than we've ever trusted each other. If we all communicate and we all trust each other, we'll all make progress.
Personally receiving a scholarship, it's meant a lot to me. It kind of brought some light to what had happened to me. I wasn't able to work for about 6 months. It's helped me and my family a lot, just paying for school and it being less of a burden. I want kids to have the same experience I had when I was a kid. I think a lot of people bond over hockey and what it's given to them, so I want to give the same to the future youth.
As someone that never played at a high level of hockey, I never really imagined being a professional referee until 2022. And I really thought, where could this job go? So I played A in Mississauga, and the association reached out to our team for timekeepers. And when I wanted to start, they offered me a position to start officiating. From then, just climbing through the ranks of the Mississauga Hockey League, Greater Toronto Hockey League, and into the Ontario Hockey League. Not playing at a high level is one thing that sticks out when you go to referee at a high level. I feel like I have something to prove going into these bigger games and big rinks. Some coaches know that you never played at a high level, so how could you be refereeing? And it's important to remind yourself that you're there for a reason, just like they are. Your name didn't fall out of a hat and all of a sudden you're refereeing a professional hockey game. Off seasons are where you make the most gains as an official and player. Something that I think is very important as an official that didn't play high-level hockey is your skating ability. Take power skating lessons, sit on the ice, whether it's with your friends or alone, and get skated. As you climb the ranks and start to officiate major, junior, and professional hockey, you really start to notice the difference that communication makes with the players, coaches, other officials, and above. It's staying composed, professional, and handling pressure is very important. Stakes are so high that we need to make correct, accurate decisions as best as we can. We don't get replays like you do at home watching the TV. We've got to make it that split second, and it's got to be as accurate as possible. I think getting into officiating can be daunting at times. You get yelled at, people think you're wrong, when really most of the time you are right. You start second-guessing your abilities and you get discouraged. So I think just reminding yourself that all the hard work and dedication that you put into over the years, it's very rewarding in the end.
So that specific shooting drill that we were working on today is to help give them those extra shooting techniques so that in a game-like situation, they're not just using one or two, they've got multiple ways of being able to shoot the puck. Not only does that make it more difficult for the defenseman to defend, but also for that goaltender to not only track it, but making sure that they're able to square up on the puck as well. So just helps them become more of that lethal player that they're looking for at that elite level.
Out here, we're working on a lot of transitioning, walking the blue line, puck retrievals. Lots of that has to do with being able to take good angles to pucks, good routes to pucks, being able to shoulder check, being able to execute some deception. There's a setup, there's a trap, there's a payoff to every move. So making sure that the players are understanding the process in how to identify danger, identify options, and how to misdirect players under a stressful environment.
So a lot of our focus points here at the Program of Excellence Under 15 is going to be helping the goaltenders a lot with their preparation before the shot. Things like leading with the eyes, scanning the ice before they make their movements, being able to put themselves into the right places at the right times, and ultimately set themselves up for success when the shot comes off the stick. We're also going to be tying in a couple small technical areas where we're talking about a lot of sequencing in their movement, about how the body is supposed to operate from the top of the head down into their skates in order to generate that real strong and effective movement.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the Waterloo Rec Complex. The final game here of day 3, a busy day 3. 5 games so far here at the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. It's the Quinte Red Devils leading big time over the North Bay Trappers. 7-1 the score so far, and Jensen Campbell's been a big part of it. He's got 2 goals and an assist through the first 2 periods of this hockey game. Lots of time left for North Bay. We've seen them score. They did it before. The first game, the first 2, the first 3 even, you take a look at the way that they played. They had 12 goals in the first 3 games. We know this team can score. A big chunk of offense cut out for them if they want to get back into this hockey game, but 15 minutes left to do just that, as we'll send it down to ice level to get started for our final period of day 3. As we are underway here, third period, Quinte Red Devils and the North Bay Trappers. A 7-1 game to this point. The offense thus far for North Bay has been stiff as a cactus. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to capitalize. They've had a couple of chances. Blake Lauren has been incredibly dangerous. Great performance from him in between the pipes, and really that's all you need. You know, a hot goaltender, and North Bay has found one here in the Quinte Red Devils netminder. Thank all of our YouTube viewers for tuning in here this evening. Day 3 coverage of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships, brought to you by Milk. We thank you to our biggest partner, and a special recognition goes out to Milk, a proud partner of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships. Dairy farmers of Ontario are proud to support young athletes and encourage healthy and active lifestyles. Face-off coming to the left of Blake Lauren. Thompson will slide one back. Wolf White after it for North Bay. Trappers have to find a way to get back to the offense that we saw through the first 2 days of this tournament. A team that, regardless of win or loss, they've found a way to score. We saw it in the first 2 days, 12 goals through 3 games, averaging 4 goals a game. Ali Hebert, Jensen, Ali Hebert, Wolf White, Cole Ogletree, Reed Robichaud, these guys and girls all big-time contributors. Ali Hebert with 4 points through the first 3 games. Reed Robichaud came in today leading the tournament in goals with 5. A team that can score. We've seen them score, and it's just a matter of time before they figure it out here tonight. As Reed takes a shot, that one stopped well by Frederick Beaudry. Clearing attempt, Thompson holds it in. Backdoor feed. William Beebe on the back door couldn't pull the trigger. Here's a shot from Cooney. Beaudry able to handle that one as well. Now Hudson Houlihan. Up the wall, one more try for Marson, but it's held in. Reed a shot. Tipped wide of the goal by Houlihan. Here's Thompson. Cycles it down low, Nelson. Tapping it back for Beebe. Now Quinte works one to the point. D-to-D pass, Thompson snaps a shot. That one hits something out front, and it will redirect to the near wall. Here's William Beebe. Taps one down low. A goal so far in the tournament. Just 1 goal through the first 4 games. Had a chance earlier in that second period, unfortunately hit the bar. So now Thompson will play one ahead. Just out of the reach of Cash Nelson, and we will have an icing call. Defensive zone face-off for Quinte. They're able to win it. Puck up the wall, Zebs a hill. Across for Cade Whalen. Has a goal tonight. He'll drop one for Jackson Elric. Back for Cade Whalen here. Centering pass. Would have been a one-timer. Zebs a hill. Reed Robichaud able to read the play, and he'll come out to center. Over the Quinte line, takes a shot, and it's stopped there by Blake Lauren. Reed Robichaud, 5 goals coming in through the first 3 games. A hat trick last night against Kenora and a goal in each of the other 2 games. Yet to go a game without scoring. See if he can continue that pace here in this one. Headman feed knocked aside by Parker Bray. Wes Carter on the near side trying to settle it down. Nice bounce, it'll come back to him. Little centering pass. Here's Ali Hebert, a nice little toe drag. Couldn't hang on though. Chance Courtney with a nice poke check. Now Hebert again. Down low for Carter. Chance Cooney into pin up Carter. In come Robichaud to pull it out of the pile. He'll chip it down low. Courtney there to cut the feed. Clearing attempt to the near side. Bray holds the line. Subs-a-Hill able to glove it down though, and he'll force it out. Now Ali Hebert over the line, dragging a shot, can't fire. Courtney able to get in the way of that shot. Now on the far side, Wolf White. The only North Bay goal here so far in this one. Reed Robichaud tried to cut out front. Robichaud up top to the point. Here's McDonald down the wall for White. Tried to go across for Parker Bray. That one just bounced over the stick of Zubza-Hill. Now into the corner, White up top for Bray. Almost 4.5 gone here in the third as in comes Cade Whalen on a break. Whalen to the backhand. And Frederick Beaudry with a brilliant stop on the breakaway. Now that puck will bounce in for Beaudry. He'll hang on. Another massive chance here for Quinte. And they've been dangerous in transition all night. A very structured team through neutral ice. Quick passes. And they know where each other are. And it's showed here in this one thus far. Here comes Emmett Clugston with a shot. That one just missed on the far side. Here White will play it to the point. A shot, that one on Lauren. He'll gobble it up and hold on for a whistle here with 9:53 to go in the third period. As we'll take a peek and offer some recognition for some of our sponsors. This puck stoppage is brought to you by Barron Rings, the official championship rink provider of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships here in Waterloo. Barron Rings proudly celebrates the achievements of athletes by creating lasting symbols of success and excellence. Here's a 2-on-1. Quinte Norton, backdoor pass. Jensen Campbell looking for the hat trick. Another try short side. Gilchrist got stoned by Beaudry. Couple of great stops here from Frederick Beaudry to start this third period. Now Ali Hebert. Down the near side. Wraparound try out front. Reed Robichaud had a look at the empty cage. The puck just bounced away from him. It's North Bay. Couple of chances here in the third period. Here's Hudson Houlihan. In his own zone, watched by Reed. Nice body positioning there from Reed. He's able to take it away. It'll come back to him out front. To the backhand he goes. A rebound score. Cash Nelson on the doorstep. And Quinte's got another one. Swarming out front. Nice work from Reed to throw that one on the goal. The rebound settled down. As we'll take a look at the replay here. Just Reed being a pest. Forcing that turnover. Houlihan not able to hold on to the puck and then throwing it on the goal. Always a good idea to shoot the puck. And the rebound out for Cash Nelson, who buries it. His first goal here of the U13 AAA All-Ontario Championships in Waterloo. Had a couple of chances earlier in this game. It's barred from that first one by a couple of posts. Here's Houlihan. Ahead for Blanchard. He'll tip it on for Ogletree. Now Ogletree over the line. He's tangled up there with Courtney. A centering pass. Blanchard on the doorstep had a chance. A great stop from Blake Lauren. And now Quinte the other way. William Beebe down the far side. Bray tracking back towards the goal. Beebe. That would just bounce through the blue ice. Now a pass back. Reed threw it towards the goal. Houlihan able to get a stick on it, but Nelson with a stick lift. He'll throw it out front. Beebe. That one. It wasn't touched by Will Beebe. A nice play from Nelson in the corner. The puck cleared to the line and out by North Bay. Dead tired unit out there for the Trappers. They'll head off for a change as the Red Devils come right back. Here's a shot from Nelson. That one wide on the left side. Blanchard up the far wall. Pass is cut by Thompson at center. He'll slowly drag the puck back into North Bay territory. McDonald able to pull it away from him, but he got his pocket picked. Beebe out front, and another brilliant stop from Frederick Beaudry. Definitely a performance that deserves to be highlighted. Frederick Beaudry has faced an enormous amount of pressure and shots from this Quinte team, and he stood tall with saves just like that one right there you just saw. Quinte another face-off win, walking right in, a shot, score. Bounced over the shoulder of Beaudry. That's Jackson Elric. Had 2 points this morning, adds another goal here. He's got 3 points on the day. And another goal for the Red Devils as they continue to add. Just a quick play right off the faceoff. Elric comes in, fires one quickly. Now a 9-1 game here for the Red Devils. Of course, Quinte setting their sights on the championship Sunday games. Of course, the semifinals in the morning, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. with the gold and bronze medal games set to go in the afternoon as Red Devils with a victory here tonight put themselves in contention of that top four. Waterloo, Huron, Perth, Toronto, Ottawa, all in the mix. Toronto, of course, the only team undefeated to this point. The Marlboros with victories in all 4 of their games. There's a turnover at center. Ali Hebert trying to work in. Next game tomorrow at 8 a.m. Be sure to tune in here on the OHF's official YouTube channel. We appreciate all of our viewers on YouTube. Here's Hebert into the high slot. Dragging to the backhand. Couldn't get a shot away. Jackson Elric looked to clear on the far side, but it's held in. Now Thompson, a pass up the wall. Bray will hold it in as he fires it into the near corner. Now Zubza Hill. Got it knocked away from him. Cooney in his own zone will fire that one right on the goal, and back is Parker Bray. Up for Ali Hebert. Little drop pass. Wes Carter just missed on that far side. Now Jensen Campbell driving the bus here for Quinte here tonight. 3 points, 2 goals. As Norton will snap one to the point. Courtney down the wall. Jensen Campbell tried to center. Carter, nice work with his stick, and he'll lead the charge out to center. That one chipped in. Courtney back to scoop it up. 5 minutes to go here in regulation. Quinte sets their sights on their second victory of the day. Of course, that 5-1 victory over Kenora this morning. Had a victory yesterday night as well against Huron Perth. They're looking to make it 3 straight victories here for the Quinte Red Devils. A tie and a loss in their first 2 games, so what a turnaround for this Red Devils team. Really showed up when it mattered most and started winning hockey games when they absolutely had to. As working in is Jensen Campbell. He'll turn away from McDonald. Beating one down low for Gilchrist. Ogletree able to lift the stick as that puck bounces back into the near corner. Up the near wall, Trappers looking to clear. It'll carry him back for Ogletree. Cross ice pass, Marson. Try to chip it up the wall. Thompson in on the pinch. Rest of his team off for a change. He'll just go for a skate here and chip one across to the near side. Reed fires that one in. McDonald. D-to-D pass for Ogletree. His headman feed picked off. Thompson working in. A backdoor pass. Reed couldn't settle it. That one hit off his skate. Now under pressure. That's Drouin. He's it ahead. Wolf White, the lone goal scorer for the Trappers here tonight. Try to fire that one in. Thompson able to cut the pass. He'll feed it ahead. BB into the North Bay zone. Wanted to feed that one back for Thompson. It was picked off. Nice work from Emmett Clugston. Now William Beebe on it at center. He'll fire that one into the zone. Parker Bray back to collect. Working in is Kai Hill. He'll drop one back to the point. Bray takes a shot. That one tipped wide by Lauren. Here's Wolf White. Centering pass, Clugston. Let one go. It just bounced off the stick of Doyle. And to the near side for Zubza Hill. Stepping up was Hudson Houlihan. Quinte working back into North Bay territory. Wolf White able to scoop up the puck. He'll head it, man. He'll play it ahead. And Kai Hill, that center, will fire it back in. 2.5 minutes to go here in this one. Our final game of day 3. The Red Devils look to make it 3 in a row. Back they come again. Over the line, Zubza Hill. Had the puck taken away from him. So we'll take a look at the schedule for tomorrow. Reed Robichaux in the slot fires one. That one stopped by Blake Lauren. Bouncing puck on the far side, looking to clear are the Red Devils. They will, as Max Norton tips one ahead. Down that far side, Norton fired a shot. Nice save there from Beaudry. Puck quickly played out to center. We got a 3-on-1 ahead of the play, but behind the play, McDonald tied up with Norton. So the odd man rush will stop. Unfortunate timing for the Trappers. One of their, what would have been one of their better chances of the night. Stopped because of the roughing behind the play. 94 seconds left in this one as we'll turn our attention to tomorrow at 8 a.m. Toronto and Ottawa will do battle in a big one. Kenora at Huron Perth to follow at 10 a.m. North Bay and Waterloo at noon. Ottawa will play their second of the day at 2 p.m. against the Quinte Red Devils. Huron Perth and Toronto to round things out at 4 p.m. Waterloo just one game tomorrow. Kenora just one game tomorrow. Same with Quinte as well. They will also only play one game. There's a pass up the wall. Thompson will cut it there. Tried to center it out front. Now down the wall for Nelson. Out front for Gilchrist. Couldn't pull the trigger. Puck back to the point now. Thompson will let one go. What a block out front from Hudson Houlihan. That's how you sacrifice the body. As the Trappers able to clear it out to center comes Emmett Clugston. He might have a break. In comes Clugston. Shot off the post. How did that puck not go in the net? Emmett Clugston on a break, and that one just off the red bar. Now back comes Cash Nelson again. Leaves it in the corner for Gilchrist. Another penalty coming here behind the play. 37.8 left to go in this third period. All but a formality now as the Quinte Red Devils are going to take this one. A massive victory for this team. And at the right time. the Red Devils really started to piece it together. Face off on the far side, won by Quinte. Thompson will flip it down the ice. Back to scoop it up is Drouin. Taps it back for Robichaud. Reed Robichaud coming through center. Now over the line, he'll take a shot. It was blocked to the far side. Another chance out front, a bouncing puck for Hebert. Threw it towards the goal, and that puck cleared. Thompson, nice work out front. Now Quinte up the wall, looking to clear. 5 seconds to go. We'll count it down. Quinte has their third straight victory, and a big one, as they take the final game here of day 3 by a score of 9-1. North Bay still looking for their first victory of the tournament. They'll play again tomorrow. An opportunity for them to get on the board. But for Quinte, what a performance. We talked about it earlier in the broadcast. Now 3 consecutive victories for this team. Started the weekend with a loss and a draw. Not the way you want to start, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. This team coming to life at all the right times. You take a look at some of their offensive production. Cade Whalen through the first 4 games of this tournament, he's got 5 points. Jensen Campbell here tonight, 3 points. Adding some on the back end, Jackson Elric had 2 points here tonight. Max Norton, an incredible day for him. 3 goals on the day, 5 points on the day for Max Norton. Let's send it down to ice level for our player of the game. For North Bay, Frederick Beaudry will get the honors. Stood on his head here for North Bay. An impressive performance. And for the Red Devils, Noah Gilchrist had 3 points last night in the win over Huron-Perth. Another goal today. Back-to-back games with a goal for Gilchrist, and Huron-Perth takes care of business. That will do it here for our final game of day 3. On behalf of all of us here at the OHF U13 All-Ontario Championships, we thank you so much for your attention, and we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early, 8 a.m., our first game tomorrow. 5 more games on the to-do list before we get to our championship Sunday. My name's Christian Simmons. We'll see you tomorrow morning.